Hi, everybody. My name is Sam from affairrecovery.com. I'm so glad that you joined me today. And today I'm talking about a very difficult situation. This situation is not going to be for everyone, but it is going to be for some who are really on the tip of hopelessness and wondering if there's any way that they can get their typically unfaithful party to move or get help or do work or cooperate or just move from their position. Now, this isn't for everybody, but if you are stuck, and again, typically this is for the betrayed, and I've talked to thousands of betrayed partners over the years who were in situations where they felt like they won't get help, they won't do any work, my unfaithful refuses to do anything, they may be still in their affair, they may still be acting out, there's not any empathy, remorse, or humility, or willingness to cooperate with what you're asking them to do. So this video is for you, the betrayed, if you are in that situation. This is also a video for you that feel like, I'm ready to take action. I'm ready to utilize my own tools, my own agency, my own power of choice to affect this situation. I'm ready. If you're not there yet, if you're like, I don't know that I'm ready yet, that's okay. Watch these next few minutes with me, because at the end or towards the latter part, I'm going to give you some help if you're not there yet. I used to watch this show called Intervention. It became my favorite show, and it was basically addicts who wouldn't stop acting out, who were going through all of this difficult stuff, and the camera crew would find them, follow the family, and would create an episode around this one person. Ultimately, it was to get them to an intervention where they would sit them down, give them letters, read their letters, talk to them about how their choices were affecting them, and then basically give them an ultimatum and ask them to go to treatment. If they went to treatment, they would get in the truck right there and drive to rehab. If they wouldn't, then the people that were with the interventionist would basically say, look, after today, there's no more money, no more enablement. You're not going to be able to stay at our place. No more free handouts or all this stuff. And sometimes it was like riveting, and sometimes it was predictable, and sometimes you just were kind of, following it. But I loved the show. And one day they interviewed this interventionist, and I thought this was phenomenal. And I've seen so many betrayed partners actually use this, and the success rate is extremely high, but not completely 100%. It's not a guarantee. There are no guarantees. But the interventionist says, look, we can't control what they do per se. Our goal is for them to bottom out. And what we can do is we can bring the bottom up to them. And eventually he said this statement that I thought was incredibly powerful. He said, they get to say no to treatment, to getting help, to doing work, to going to rehab. But they don't get to say no and keep life the same. You may be a betrayed partner who has an unfaithful, who keeps saying no. My submission to you is it may be time to say, you get to say no, but you don't get to say no and keep life the same. We have to admit, if the unfaithful gets to keep doing what they're doing, and there's no consequences to their actions, why would they stop doing it? Now, some people, I get it, would say, well, I'm hoping that they will just grow tired of it. I get that, but I just want to appeal to you. Hope is not a strategy in this situation. You may say, look, I can't control them, so I've let them go do what they want to do. I've had to take my hands off it. I totally get it. I think this strategy might be something to utilize. And it kind of looks like this. Hey, unfaithful, I'd like to go to an EMS weekend. I think that this will create the opportunity for us to heal, or I'd like you to take this course with me, or I'd like you to go to therapy, I'd like you to come with me to get help. It's not, let's go save our marriage. Maybe you don't want to save the marriage. Maybe I don't want to save the marriage. But let's go get help and then see what our options are, rather than just you refusing to go get help. They may say no. At that point, this is the opportunity for you to say, you get to say no, that's your choice, but you don't get to say no and live here or continue to access the funds that we have shared, or continue to live life without any consequences, or continue to come and go as you please, or continue to be intimate with me while you're being intimate with them or multiple partners. Or you don't get to stay in this marriage and keep doing all that you're doing. So you say, well, where's my power, Sam? I don't know. But it is about you being able to take power back and empower yourself. Maybe it is file for separation. Maybe it is consulting an attorney to see what your rights are. Maybe it's filing for divorce. Maybe it's doing your own intervention with friends, with people that know the unfaithful. Am I talking about shaming them all over the world? No. But as long as they are in this private little world where they feel like you're not going to take any action and that there's not going to be any consequences, and they have zero fear of their life changing because of their infidelity or addiction, why would they stop? It's about no longer enabling them. It's about no longer just turning a blind eye. It is oftentimes when we, unfaithful, encounter consequences that will cause us to take action, to get help, and stop doing whatever it is that we're doing. If there's no consequences, why would we stop? If you are relying upon the moral code of the unfaithful to magically wake up or magically arise, or for them to see the light, I understand that. I've been there, I get it. But what are you doing while that's going on? If they still get to be enabled, then there's really not a lot of motivation for them to wake up. It would be very healthy for you to say, you know what? No more. You don't have to get help. You don't have to get treatment. But I don't have to empower you to keep doing what you're doing. I can take care of myself. I can get help from me. Now, as I alluded to at the beginning of this video, you may say, Sam, there's no way I can do this. It scares the life out of me. I'm shaking, my heart rate's up, I'm breaking out in sweats just even thinking about doing that. I get it, okay. Then it's time for you to do your own work. Maybe there's abandonment trauma inside of you. So the fact that you are going to draw a line and enforce a boundary and they're going to leave scares the hell out of you. Maybe you are just dealing with an incredible fear of being not just abandoned, but left behind, alone. You might be in a situation where you feel like, Sam, my partner makes all of the money. I don't have any money. I'm terrified. I totally am empathetic to that. I understand that that's not an easy, quick fix. But that doesn't mean you can't work on you. That doesn't mean that you can't dive headfirst into how do I care for myself, empower myself, and heal myself so that when I am in a position of health and healing and strength and confidence, I can draw this line. I can enforce a boundary. We are forced many times when we can't fix their side of the street, we can work on our own side of the street. We can focus on us till we are in a better mental and emotional place to say, no more. It is time for change. This is one of those things that no one can do for us, but qualified people can do it with us. So I ask you, where are you at right now? Are you in a position to say, you know what, you get to say no, but you don't get to say no and keep life the same? Is it time to empower yourself? Take some of the power back and help them bottom out. Now, some people would say, you can't make them bottom out. Well, it's not necessarily true. You can make life extremely hard for them. You can help them come to the point of where they realize what their choices are costing them. If their choices aren't costing them, we have a problem. Maybe it's time for you to stand up for yourself. Maybe it's time for you to enforce a boundary. Maybe it's time for you to learn about boundaries and take care of you and help yourself and heal yourself and focus on you. Maybe you've been spending so much time on them, but you think, I can't do it. I'm going to focus on me and heal me. Then I'll make some tough decisions. If this video does that for you, I feel like I've brought value and help and healing of some sorts for you. No matter where you're at, no matter what you're going through. As one actor says, keep punching. I like to say, keep going. Keep working on you. Keep taking care of yourself. You can and will get through this.